Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's episode is going to be titled People Who Call Others Losers. The term loser is one we hear all the time. Whether we're talking about other people or sometimes hearing it directed at ourselves, it seems to permeate conversations. I want to delve into this term and unpack its implications. When people refer to someone as a loser, it's often because that person engages in a certain action or lives their life in a particular way that others don't approve of. Typically, when someone is labeled a loser, it's because they choose to live a lifestyle that doesn't conform to societal norms. For instance, they might enjoy sitting in their basement or apartment, possibly living with their parents and spending their time eating food, playing video games, or watching movies. They might enjoy doing whatever they want in the comfort of their home. For some reason, society tends to deem such individuals as losers, regardless of whether they are male or female. This labeling is perplexing. If a person is genuinely happy with their life and is deriving satisfaction from it, who's truly the loser? Is it the individual living their life as they see fit, or is it the person passing judgment and calling them a loser? From the perspective of the so-called loser, they are likely winning in life because they are doing what makes them happy. If someone is content and fulfilled, how can they be considered a loser? It's amusing and somewhat bewildering how others try to define what makes someone a winner or a loser. People will attempt to impose their expectations on how others should live to be deemed successful. There are countless ways to live one's life, and what might seem unconventional to some is perfectly normal to others. Take, for example, individuals who collect bobbleheads, cards, posters, or action figures. They might be deeply passionate about these hobbies well into their 20s, 30s, 40s, or beyond, yet society often labels them as losers. Consider the realm of career choices. Someone who chooses to be a stay at home parent might be seen as a loser by those who value professional success above all else. Yet, for the stay at home parent, their role is fulfilling and meaningful, providing invaluable support and care for their family. The term loser fails to capture the complexity and significance of their contribution. Again, the question arises, who is really the loser? Is it the person enjoying their hobbies and passions, not harming anyone, or the individual who feels the need to pass judgment and label others as losers? This societal inclination to judge and label people is baffling and, quite frankly, unfair. It seems to stem from societal norms and expectations dictating how people should live their lives. Society has always had a way of imposing its standards on individuals. We've been conditioned to believe that there is a specific blueprint for success. Get a job, start a family, get married, buy a house, work every day, and adhere to a set of predefined milestones. In this peculiar society, there's often an undue emphasis on achieving certain experiences, like losing one's virginity by a certain age, or engaging in sexual activities to be considered a real man. Similar pressures likely exist for women, though I speak from a male perspective. Imagine someone who decides to pursue a career in the arts. They might face criticism and skepticism from those who believe that only traditional professions are worthwhile. Yet, artists bring beauty, thought, and inspiration into the world. The term loser is entirely subjective and fails to recognize the value of their creative contributions. If someone strays from this societal blueprint and chooses a different path, they are often labeled as a loser. Consider a person who has a part-time job at a place like Walmart or a fast food restaurant. They might just want to go home, eat junk food, and play video games after work. If that's what makes them happy, who has the right to call them a loser? People can be labeled as losers for almost anything, including the job they hold. But this judgment is short-sighted and unfair. Fast food workers, for instance, are often looked down upon, yet these individuals play a crucial role in society. Fast food restaurants are ubiquitous, especially in first world countries like the United States, and they generate billions of dollars annually. If no one worked these jobs, who would serve us at these restaurants? These workers are essential, and their contribution should not be diminished. It all comes back to societal expectations and misconceptions. People are often judged based on their income, job status, and adherence to societal norms. Minimum wage varies from state to state and country to country, but regardless of the amount, having a job is commendable. Moreover, there are many paths to success, and not all of them require a college degree. Numerous individuals have found success and happiness without following the traditional route of higher education. Growing up, I often heard the term loser being used, usually in reference to people who simply lived their lives the way they wanted. It's ironic because those who genuinely engage in harmful behaviors might deserve the label, but not those who are simply minding their own business and pursuing their passions. It's perplexing that society tends to judge people for their harmless choices and lifestyles. Imagine someone who chooses to travel the world with just a backpack, living minimally and exploring different cultures. Some might view this lifestyle as irresponsible or aimless, yet for the traveler, this journey is enriching and transformative. The term loser fails to capture the profound personal growth and experiences gained from such a lifestyle. The term loser says more about the person using it than the one it's directed at. It reveals a narrow minded perspective that fails to appreciate the beauty of individuality. Embracing diversity and allowing people the freedom to live authentically is essential for a harmonious society. Consider the realm of education. Someone who drops out of college to start their own business might be seen as a loser by traditional standards. Yet, many successful entrepreneurs have taken this path and achieved incredible success. The term loser is entirely subjective and fails to recognize the courage and determination required to forge an unconventional path. Labeling individuals based on their life choices is not only unfair, but also counterproductive. Everyone deserves the freedom to live their life as they see fit, as long as they are not causing harm to others. It's time we moved past these outdated notions and embraced a more inclusive and understanding approach to life. Let people be who they are without fear of judgment or ridicule. In the end, the concept of a loser is subjective and influenced by societal norms and expectations. By recognizing and appreciating the diversity of individual choices and lifestyles, we can foster a more compassionate and inclusive society. Everyone deserves the freedom to live authentically and pursue their own path to happiness and fulfillment. Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Signing out. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye for now.